In this video, we will talk about different communication styles and which one of those styles you can be. We will talk about the 7 principles of effective communication and good communication skills that you can develop. To have the power of speech is to have the most powerful tool that a human can have. To communicate is to speak ideas into being. Our words create the world we live in. It's not a coincidence that the word word is the same as the word world without the L. The capacity to exchange ideas and messages with other people has been a driving factor in human evolution. Without communication, there will be no cities, no organizations, no countries. As you know, we are social animals who have to cooperate to make bigger things than ourselves. Collaboration between different people is responsible for the progress around us. Our ability to communicate is the bridge that makes collaboration between people possible. Now, let's start with the different communication styles. As we talk, acknowledge which of those communication styles you use the most in your life. The first communication style is the passive one. A passive communicator is the one who is silent most of the time. He's the one with really bad body posture, he's slumped over, he's not participating in the conversations with other people. When somebody talks to this person, he's the one who listens the most and does not talk that much. Passive communicators cannot express their emotions and their needs and cannot set boundaries. They're really bad at saying no to other people. They fear that they will offend others. Because I was bullied in high school, I was the passive communicator in my class. I was the one who did not express his feelings that well. I was not that good at presenting myself and at communicating with other people. Fortunately, I've developed this skill, and this is why I made this video. I want to teach the skills and the knowledge and the wisdom that I have gathered after years of improving on this ability. Of course, I have a long way to go yet. Developing your communication skills is a constant process and you can get better and better at it. This YouTube channel is one of the platforms that I use for developing my communication skills. By teaching others what I know, I am developing myself too. The nemesis of the passive communication style is the aggressive one. The person who is aggressive has a more dominating demeanor. He has more aggressive body posture. He is more, let's say, confident, even arrogant. He is loud, demanding, and holds intense eye contact with other people. He blames, he criticizes, he intimidates to get what he wants. He is not good with empathy and he cannot put himself in the shoes of others. He will do everything to get what he wants. Maybe you know people like that. Maybe you hate them, maybe you resent them. And if you are a passive communicator and you do not speak up to those kinds of people, you go to the third style of communication, which is being a passive-aggressive person. When you bottle up your feelings, you appear passive on the surface, but your aggressive energy, your anger and your resentment are inside you. If you do not express them, you become a passive-aggressive person. If you use these communication styles with others, you will create in them resentment towards you. And now we arrive at the effective communication style, the assertive communicator. He is the one who can say no. He's the one who can respect his own boundaries and the boundaries of other people. The assertive person is the one who has empathy towards other people and at the same time can express his own feelings and desires. This person abides by the rule, I win, you win, we all win. If you want to be more assertive, do the following things. Take ownership of your life and your actions. Use I statements. I am responsible for everything that happens in my life. Listen more to other people. This skill is called active listening, and we'll talk about it in a bit. Another thing that you can do is maintain eye contact with other people. Learn to say no and to respect your own boundaries, and learn to express your own feelings and desires without feeling shame. And now let's talk about the principles of effective communication. When two people talk, there's always two sides. The side of the communicator or the sender, he tries to convey his message, his idea in the most effective way. The second side is the side of the receiver. He's the one who receives the message and who tries to understand what the other person really means. If you're the sender, you need to communicate your idea clearly and effectively and articulate yourself. To do that, you need to abide by the 7 principles of effective communication. They are called the 7 C's. The first principle is conciseness. Your message should be concise and you should use the most simple words to articulate your idea. The second C is clarity. Be clear and precise in your speech. Correctness is the third principle. To build trust between you and your audience, you need to be correct in your statements. If you bring forth false information, your credibility will fall and no one is going to listen to you. If I present to you false information about communication techniques or communication fundamentals, you will stop watching my video right now, or you will watch it to the end, but you will not subscribe to my channel. You will not want to be the receiver of my message. So be correct. Use the language correctly. This is something that I work with because English is not my mother language. It's the second language that I have learned. My first language is Bulgarian. As an English communicator, I try to be correct in my speech, and this is a skill that I need to learn more and more. The fourth C is concreteness. Include facts and figures to strengthen your message. This will help rational people to understand you more. The fifth principle is completeness. The sixth principle is... I'm just kidding. What I'm trying to show you is if you do not complete your message, if you do not bring at least the necessary or all of the information that you want to convey, the people cannot understand you. The sixth principle is courteousness. Be polite, sincere and reflective. Respect your audience. If you do not respect the other side of the conversation, they will not respect you. But first, you need to respect yourself. The last principle is coherence. The information that you present has to be coherent. It has to be consistent and logical. All the information that you present has to be relevant to the conveyed message. If right now I start to talk to you about meditations, how is that relevant to the conversation right now? Maybe I can try and use meditations as a part of a communication exercise or something like that, but it is not relevant to this video. To listen and understand those principles is the easy part. To implement them in your daily life is the hard part. So to help you with that, I will give you some tips and tricks on how you can become better communicator. The first thing that you can do is to listen actively to other people. When you speak, you do not learn new things and you do not grow as much as when you listen. That's why we have one mouth and 2 ears. We grow and learn more when we listen to others, when we get into the shoes of another, when we get their point of view. That's how we expand our knowledge, wisdom and consciousness. When you listen to someone, pay close attention to what they're talking about. Focus on them and their message and avoid distractions. Do not look at your phone, do not look at your laptop, do not try to do something else. Just focus and try to understand. Watch their body posture and their eyes. Listen to their tone of voice. Watch their facial expressions And if you want to engage them, ask them open-ended questions. Summarize what you have heard them say. Maybe repeat back to them the last few words or the last sentence that you have heard. The next thing that you can do is improve your ability to be empathetic towards the other person. A person who has low emotional intelligence or EQ, emotional quotient, is the one who cannot control his emotions and impulses. If you're that kind of person, I have a good news for you. Everybody can improve their emotional intelligence by conscious inner work. Acknowledge the emotions of others. This will support them in their process. If they express anger or frustration about something, your empathy will help you understand and diffuse those emotions in them. The next thing is volume and clarity. Most people do not know how to control their voice and its power. When you're in a large room or in a large open space, you need to learn to project out your voice and to be louder. You should also be clear and audible. To do that, breathe and speak from your diaphragm, which is right here. You can hear me speak right now from my diaphragm, and right now I am speaking from my chest. Just notice when I speak from my diaphragm the loudness and the deepness of my voice. And now you can hear how I am speaking and breathing from my chest. It's shallow and it is not that good to listen to, right? So try to speak as clearly and as audibly as you can. Another advice that I can give you is to be responsive. Fast responders are better than the slow ones. When you receive a message or an email and it will take you 3 minutes or less to respond, just respond right away. If it will take you more time than that, acknowledge that you have received the message and tell them that you will respond as soon as you can. This calms them and makes them feel more responsive towards you. This makes them feel respected, seen, heard, and they will know that they will get the response that they need from you when you can give it to them. And the last thing that I can give you as a tip, if you want to be a better communicator, is to receive and give feedback freely. So right now I will do that. I will ask for your feedback. Leave in the comments down below what I am doing good as a communicator and what can I improve on. You can ask your friends, your family, or even strangers to give you feedback on how you look, on how you dress, how you present yourself, how you articulate ideas, or even how you listen to other people. And if you listen to the feedback and take it, you can grow as a person. When you give feedback, do not criticize. Focus on what the other person did good and what are the areas that he can improve on so he can get better. It takes a lot of experience and knowledge to be an effective communicator, and this is a journey that I am on also. This YouTube channel is part of this journey for me, and I hope you stay tuned to it because I will grow as this YouTube channel grows. If you want to grow with me in this journey, just subscribe, and if you want to learn something new about personal development, you can watch this video or this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!